This month's quiz, the clergy question asks, at what age can one become a priest? According to the constitutions and canons of the Episcopal Church, found in this book, or you can look them up on the website. More specifically, Title III, Canon 8 says that one must be at least 24 years of age in order to be eligible for holy orders in the Episcopal Church. When I first read this earlier this week, I was actually shocked to find this out. What can one do at age 24? How are they possibly ready to pursue a career like the priesthood at such an early age? What can you do when you're 24? You can't run for government office. You certainly can't find a vacation home for a reasonable price at such a young age. I was under the impression that you had to be of the much more mature age of 25 when you were eligible for ordination. That's the age that I was ordained to the priesthood when I was serving here at All Saints. In all seriousness, this has been a movement among Commission on Ministries to ordain younger vocationers, as they would call it, to the priesthood. Commission on Ministries are also called COMs. They are appointed by the bishop. There are 6 laity and 6 clergy who serve on this commission, and they oversee the discernment process for aspirants and candidates and postulants and all those other funny words that you'll see in constitutions and canons of the Episcopal Church. COMs have not always sought after young vocationers. A generation ago, there was an emphasis on finding second career priests. In other words, people who have been in the secular field, such as nurses and doctors and lawyers, which was a good idea in theory. But one thing that happened was a lot of younger priests were missed out on. A whole generation of young priests were not sought after. One of the consequences of this is a priest shortage that we are facing. So over the last 10 years, COMs have been intentional about finding young vocationers who are suitable for holy orders. This not only helps identify the priest shortage problem, but I think it also says something else about our church. We are a church that actively says that we would like younger people to be a part of the church. Studies show that churches are close to the age of the priests. So the average age of the church is closely associated with the age of the priest or the priests. And so if we say we're serious about raising up young people in the church, then we need to be serious about raising up young leaders in the church. And I realize that I'm speaking to the choir, as All Saints Episcopal Church is one of the youngest churches, if not the youngest churches in the diocese. And we take seriously and we raise up the youngest of leaders in our diocese. So in closing, I just wanted to say how humbled and thankful I am to have the opportunity to spend the rest of my life as a priest, to spend a whole career in one profession as a priest, where I can learn and grow and become a more faithful minister in Christ's church. It is a privilege and joy to walk beside you in the many joys and horrors of this life as a minister of Christ's Word and Sacrament.